Stiff-legged deadlifts. This is a movement that I always see the girls doing in the gym, and even though they were going super light on the movement, they were building insane fucking hamstrings and a nasty fucking giant butt. And I never understood why. I came from the camp of like, yo, you need to put all the weights. And in the beginning of the 2010s, every fucking muscle scientist was saying like stretch mediated hypertrophy is stupid, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is stupid, high rep sets are stupid, and the only thing that drives muscle growth is mechanical tension, and you need to work out exclusively from 4 to 8 fucking reps, and that's it. Yo, counterintuitive to that, I always saw girls doing this movement super light and developing nasty fucking hamstrings. And why is that? It's because the fucking best usage of the fucking stiff-legged deadlift is as a finisher for introducing stretch-mediated hypertrophy. And stretch-mediated hypertrophy doesn't require you to go that heavy. It doesn't require at all, and it will give you fucking gnarly sick gains. So the rep ranges for doing the stiff-legged deadlifts as a finisher. And remember, why I always say to introduce stretch-mediated hypertrophy-focused movements at the end of your workout as finishers. It's because they cause a ton of muscle disruption. After you overload the muscle through a stretch position, you will lose a lot of fucking strength, and you will fucking feel that fucking muscle bad. Other consideration is that it takes days to recover from that. So be really strategic about when and where you introduce your stretch mediated hypertrophy movements, but the stiff-legged deadlift, bro, is uncanny for that. So rep ranges 8 to 12, sets 3, rest time 5. So remember, it's a ton of damage. It's gnarly fucking damage. So take your time between sets. Just fucking scooch that butt up. Imagine you are trying to point your butthole to the ceiling, and between each rep, try to feel the muscle stretching. Like you would feel your fucking hamstring stretching when you touch your toes, you know? That stretch, like trying to touch your toes and you feel your fucking hamstring stretching. That's the feeling that you need to get when you are doing stiff-legged deadlifts, okay? Reps in reserves is 6. Don't need to go to failure. If you manage to go to failure, prepare yourself for 4 days of soreness. Because if you go to failure through a stretch position, it's going to demolish your system. So strength standards for the stiff-legged deadlifts, right around 0.6. Because of this question of introducing the stretch to the muscle, you don't need to be that fucking strong to milk gnarly gains from the movement. So 60% of your body weight. If you are an intermediate lifter that is training from 1 to 3 years, then 100% of your body weight is pretty sick. And if you are advanced, 130% of your fucking body weight is more than enough. Everything above that is specialized strength. You are officially a power lifter or something, and you are really trying to become the strongest motherfucker in the world. So deloads. It's the standard basic deloads template for big heavy ass compound movements. If you are a beginner, you should be deloading every 16 weeks. If you're an intermediate, 8 weeks, and advanced people should deload monthly. So volume landmarks for the stiff-legged deadlift, it's 0. What you develop with this shit, you don't need as long as the rest of your fucking program is pretty sick, is pretty good, you don't need to be even introducing stiff-legged deadlifts to fucking maintain the development that you milked with it. It has a ton of fucking carryover to a ton of fucking other exercises. If you are doing barbell rows, if you are doing squats, if you are doing lunges, if you are doing fucking deadlifts, if you're not doing none of this, then you're training wrong. You're not training really. Your program fucking sucks, and you should be doing those. And okay, if you are doing leg presses, okay, or fucking hamstring curls, just to show a little bit of appreciation to the machines, you know. Because with ChatGPT right around the corner, the machines are probably going to rule the world. So we need to show them some respect. The minimum effective volume is 3 sets. If you do 3 sets a week of stiff-legged deadlifts, I guarantee you, bro, using the fucking stretch mediated hypertrophy, leveraging that shit, I guarantee you, you are going to build a gnarly fucking butt and crazy strong hamstrings. And if you are a fucking power lifter and you are trying to be the greatest deadlifter that you can, I would say that stiff-legged deadlifts are for deadlifts like close grip bench press is for bench press. If you really want to develop the maximum fucking strength that you want on the bench press, you need to train the close grip bench press a ton, because it's the lockout. 99% of the times, the lockout is the gnarly portion, and that if you have incredibly strong triceps, you are going to progress steadily with the fucking bench press. While with the deadlift, it's the same fucking thing. If you have a dedicated day to developing the strength of your hamstrings and your fucking glutes, bro, when you sit back on the fucking deadlift before leg pressing the world away from you, then, bro, you will have a ton of carryover for fucking strength. So 3 times a week is pretty gnarly to already be making gains with this movement. 6 times a week, it's already, you need to be planning how you are introducing that, because you will disrupt the rest of your system. It's a ton of systemic fatigue, it's a ton of local muscular fatigue, a ton of muscle disruption. The stiff-legged deadlift is a gnarly fucking movement. It's insanity. So you need to be careful about how you program them in your exercise routine. And the maximum recoverable volume, the maximum volume that I want to see someone doing this fucking movement is 9 sets, and that's pretty much a girl trying to completely demolish legs every week. Like my wife, every time she works out, she trains fucking legs. Okay, so that's why her legs are beautiful, because she loves training legs. And that's the same thing as guys that train shoulders and arms every fucking workout. They usually have great shoulders and arms. So you don't. Some people love to say that everything is fucking overtraining, you know. Oh, you're training too much, this is too much volume, this is too high of a frequency. But bro, I'm here to tell you, as humans, bro, we adapt, and we adapt fast. And our primary superpower, the only superpower that we have in the animal kingdom, is work capacity, bro. We can do stuff for days, we can do stuff often, as really fucking often. Our muscles are multinucleated, they process stimulus like crazy, while other cells on the body, they have a single nucleus. The muscle fibers, they have a myriad of nucleus that they have tons of nucleus just to process stimulus. It's the reason why if you break your fucking arm, in a matter of weeks, your muscle atrophies all the fucking muscle around it. So because the muscle then is a liability for the broken bone and for the recovery of the region. So yeah, pretty much that's a big tangent. Let's move forward. Let's move forward to the range of motion of the stiff-legged deadlifts. Yo, the pure range of motion of the stiff-legged deadlifts is already a fucking 5, but I'm going to give it a 6, because all you need is a little something to elevate your feet. It can be a 45, and when you elevate your lifts and you elevate your feet, and you do a deficit stiff-legged deadlifts, boy, you are going to be introducing nuclear destruction to your fucking hamstrings. So it's the biggest fucking range of motion that you can use in this style of fucking movement. And fuck, it's a 6, bro. It's a 6 for sure. For stretch mediated hypertrophy, I think stretch mediated hypertrophy was proven with stiff-legged deadlifts. I don't know if it really was, but everybody that does this movement heavy as shit has sick fucking hamstrings. So for stretch mediated hypertrophy, it's a full fucking 6, bro. This movement is insane, bro. Deadlifts are so fucking awesome. I miss doing deadlifts. My dog destroyed my deadlift platform. I had a makeshift deadlift platform, and my dog destroyed all that fucking shit, and I'm not being able to fucking deadlift for now, and that sucks. I need to buy a new one. Okay, for sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, so doing the movement with a tiny cc weight and doing a fuck ton of fucking reps, not emphasizing the stretch, just trying to fucking bump as many fucking reps as you can, then that's the low point for this movement. It's not really that great for that, because the posterior chain, most movements that target anything in the posterior chain are really not that fucking great for sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, because the posterior chain, it sends the fucking force through a ton of fucking places, so you never know exactly what you are fucking hitting. If you are Hobby Robinson and you are a guy that fucking trains for 60 years, yeah, or someone that does this shit every single day, does the exact same movement, then you can isolate, you can develop the mind-muscle connection to isolate and use this movement to fucking do sarcoplasmic work with your hamstrings or butt. But that requires a special kind of human being, so I'm just going to give it a 2. For myofibrillar hypertrophy though, it's uncanny. Let's say you are not fucking trying to focus on the stretch mediated hypertrophy, but you want to do stiff-legged deadlifts heavy as shit and just kagoosh, super fucking awesome stimulation to your fucking hamstrings and glutes. You can just go heavy and have awesome fucking gains doing the myofibrillar hypertrophy department, which is the actual building of new contractile protein structures in the muscle cells that are able to express and generate force. Okay, so for myofibrillar hypertrophy is a fucking 6. Hell yeah. Oh no. Hell yeah. So moving forward, we have power, which is strength expressed through speed. So the cousin of fucking stiff-legged deadlifts, the Romanian deadlifts, which is pretty much a stiff-legged deadlift with a slight bench and a little bit of less emphasis on really feeling the stretch on the fucking hamstrings, is a great fucking movement for power. But the stiff-legged deadlifts is just slightly worse, because the way that you place since you are placing your shoulder line way ahead of the barbell to keep the straightened position on your fucking legs, if you try to be super explosive with the movement, you are risking a lower back injury. So no bueno, it's not really that great for fucking power. But since it's a deadlift and it's going to develop, you can have pristine technique and a ton of body awareness and train for power using the movement, I'll give it a 3. But it requires an experienced lifter with great fucking technique. And for strength, absolute strength, static strength, strength that can be expressed for whatever time frame, okay, like grinding fucking reps and putting a ton of fucking force and weights for you to carry, it's a fucking 6. And every deadlift is a 6 in this category. The deadlift is by far every deadlift are by far the best movements for strength. It's going to stimulate your peripheral nervous system and your central nervous system like nothing else. Like maybe squats, but some variations of squats doesn't really give you the same levels of stimulation as the deadlifts give you. So yeah, that's it, bro. 6 points for fucking strength. So that give us 6 times 4, 24, 27, 29 out of 36. That's a nasty score, bro. That's a pretty high. That's pretty high indeed. So that's it, bros. That's what I had prepared for this evening. And thanks for being here with me. Thanks for watching this shit. And praise Broding, bros. Praise Broding.